Hello, welcome. I'm Scrumpy. This is episode 37 of our Danish Raiders series. We are, well, at one of those interesting times really where we've got lots of options about where we go next. Ultimately, we are still trying to, if you may recall, get our realm up to maximum tribal organisation and move up the centralisation ladder in order that we can become a more civilised society, one where they recognise that the Jylland dynasty are the rightful people to take the civilization forward, and that really ultimately means we're looking for primogeniture as the succession law, and that will then provide a stable realm. We also have this long-term ambition to create the Empire of Scandinavia, and if we do that, we probably would end the series there. We've got quite a lot of work to do before we get to that stage, but I think the thing to do to move us along it is to take a look at invading or having a holy war with this particular High Chief, Pavio, because he controls, if I look at his, let's look at the dynasties a second. The Vepsper family control this area here. It's a very large area, and he's got Karelia, which is a pretty large area, which is also part of the Sumenusko religion, which is pagan but not the same specific religion as Germanic. So really we need to persuade them that Germanic is the way forward. Now he's got two different titles, two different high chiefdoms. He's got this one here, Karelia, which has got a variety of chiefdoms inside it. If we look at the de jure is much smaller than the current one he's got actually. And then we've also got let's have a look at his other one, Ugra over here, which is a bit smaller, just 3 provinces, and Karelia, which is really quite significant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces. So he's got quite a bit of power, but he's the guy I'd like to go for, and we could declare war on him for Karelia or for Satakunta here. Difficult to know what to go for, isn't it? But I quite fancy Karelia. Let's have a go for that then. It's worth just saying in the background that we have, whilst I call in my allies, I have been doing some guardianship work, and so I've been doing some guardianship work on the vassals' children in our court. So I've been working through this list, getting their tutors sorted out, and I've also invited a load of girls into our court, and we had a bit of a shortage of women. So you'll see that happening in the background as we start moving through this war progression. Let's get our levies raised. Let's move this one into Stettin here. The rest of them can get into boats, and I'll try and do that now. Yeah, so the rest of you can't get into boats because these boats are in the wrong sea lane, so we'll bring them into Gulf of Heligoland. That should sort that problem out. Are we actually... right, so this huge red part of the map here is what we're fighting for, so this is going to be really something. Wowzers. Alright, I think probably we'll land... I'm looking for land that... Ideally looking for land where the guy I'm looking to attack is actually... Okay, so look, this one here is actually his province. So I think we'll go for this one first. Let's do that. Let's go. Come into the sea lane. So there'll be a load of guardianship acceptances to do a second. Sorry about that, but it's an important thing to get done. So this one has failed. She's 15. She's 15. She's a little bit queer, as they say. I'm not sure she's hugely important, but we will try and find a guardian for her. Lots of girls arriving at our court. You can expect to see that. What I might try and do is just get this boat here to pick up these troops in Stettin on the way through. Just got to clear some of the spam as well. Or we could call in some more. Great, yep, call in some more allies. Oh, sorry, some more vassals. Now there was one girl who didn't have a proper guardian, and she was a homosexual girl. I think it was Bodil here. She'd make a good spy mistress if we can find someone that's got that. So we're looking for elusive shadows. Yeah, Totil, you'd be a good candidate. She might also become Germanic, which would be a really good idea. Gudrun, detached priest. Don't really see the advantage of that, to be honest, but struggling to get overexcited. I think actually, if we can, I'd like to put her with someone that's got. She's currently considering an offer from us, probably for guardianship. Great, okay, let's keep this running. Let's see just how much of an army they raise. We'll get a view in a minute, I suspect. Good, the guardianships are running through nicely. Now so he's calling in lots of people into his war. Yeah, a whole load, just like we've been. Now what we probably want to do is move quite fast on this, so that we hit them and crush them quickly. Let's get these guys into boats, send them up as well. Yeah. My Chancellor's had a successful mission to Mecklenburg. So this vassal here is going to have a higher opinion of us. He's got a pretty decent opinion now. I think it's time to move our Chancellor on. And yeah. Tempted to try and sort of sow a bit of dissent with this guy we're attacking. But let's just see if we've got any vassals that desperately need work before we do. The Chief of Anhalt is would be a good target, actually. Let's do that. There's Anhalt. There's the army. 9,000 of them. Goodness, that's a big army. We're going to need mercenaries. I suggest we make a landing at some point soon and try and form up our army. Unless we can surprise attack them in some way. Interesting. We're going to need mercenaries, that's for sure. They're all marching that way. They're going to walk across, aren't they? I can see that. That much is obvious to me. Let's change our plans and form up in the Gulf of Finland. Yeah. Good. I think I've got one character that needs to be married in my court, so I'll just do that. Not in prison, not married men. That is an adult. Let's get Ovte married. I'd really like you to convert as well, Ovte. Oh, you will. Good lad. And then we'll get you married in a minute. Let's form up our forces. Good lad. Now let's marry you off. matrilineally to a Norse girl that we've just brought in. Some really good ones here. Pyra. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, happy. Land all your forces in the Gulf of Finland. My son Magnus is a charitable little rascal. He just gave his newest toy to the smith's son. Well, let's give him +1 diplomacy and allow him to be charitable, which will give him diplomacy +3, church opinion +5. It's a good trait. He's turning out well. Good. So look, they've got a big army here. Wow, we're actually suffering here from... Let's walk them in. We are actually suffering from attrition. So let's put the best possible commander in, which is probably Solvi. I'm wondering where their huge army is. And if I'm honest, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we've got to go and get some mercenaries. So let's do that. Let's get our boats back. Yes, let's do that. And then we'll raise up the mercenaries. I'm keeping an eye out for their army. Not quite sure where it is. So they've been calling more people into the war. So yeah, they're coming into Satakunta. Interesting. I opened the stable door a bit quick and accidentally stumbled in on Magnus getting his first kiss. I suddenly realised Magnus is becoming a man. Well, I think Magnus is already... No, it's my other boy that's chaste. So he's become chaste. Both my boys are chaste now. Oh my goodness, there's 10,000 of them. Right, get me in to this army and get us out. We need to leg it. We need to leg it. $10,000 of them. My goodness me. Alright, let's see if we can hire some mercenaries. Could spend 600 and hire this lot. Get us 3,600 men. That's quite a decent. That's quite a decent size. Let's do that. Oh, I need to pick an ambition. To amass wealth. I like that. We'll take that. Let's get them onto the boats. Send them on up to the Sea of Jylland. Bit worried that there's going to be battle here when we don't want there to be battle. I think that's inevitable, sadly. Everybody to me, please, if possible. 10,000 of them. I'm not sure we can handle that. Goodness, that's interesting. I wonder if we'll get attrition. We may need to... Oh, for some time now, my son Bjorn has been overcome with fatigue and troubled by a persistent cough. I have now been informed that the symptoms are due to pneumonia. Sickness and death awaits us all. Stop pestering me. No, dear. This is because I haven't sorted out My designated, my court physician. How frustrating. Podra, in you come. Can I give my son Bjorn treatment? No, I can't. I could lose him to pneumonia. Form up, guys. Form up. It might make sense to actually move all of our troops to here and really make them go for a big crossing. Yeah. Tempted by that. If they do, we might be able to punish them. Oh goodness. 12,000 troops. Get back into the boats, boys. Get everybody into boats. And if we can get everybody into boats, we might be able to. We're interested to see how many troops they lose through attrition. So their attrition is 40%, something like that. Get into boats, boys. Who have we got? Who have we got here? Get everybody here, and then you lot stay there, and we'll try and get you back into boats in a minute. I'm going to try and avoid attrition. Oh dear, a sudden gurgling and feeling of pressure in my gut is all the warning I have before I'm forced to make a dash for the privy. Alas! I have diarrhea. Well, it happens to the best of us. Godi Broder of Knudsta states that his extensive medical experience leads him to the certain conclusion that my symptom is not due to a serious illness, and that it will pass quite soon. Nevertheless, he will give me some mild treatment. Well, thank you for that, sir. I do appreciate it. He told me to eat 10 apples a day to treat my diarrhea, and I'm glad that I hired him. I'm having good treatment here. So they are losing troops at one heck of a rate of knots right now. Similarly, we are losing troops, which is not ideal. But in a minute, we'll probably get our guys off. That's it. Now we can send our boats back. If we can send our boats back to pick up our troops, then all the better. That's the concept that we're working on here. Yeah, let's do that. 6,656. And they are struggling. We might, you know what, we might be able to do them here at the rate they're going. Hold steady, boys. Hold steady. Let's get all our guys back into boats. All wait here, please. We're going to change our plans. Hold. If I can get everybody back into boats and boat bomb them, this could be a successful approach. They are coming for us now. What we'll do is we will put our best guys in defence. So we're looking for defenders. Defense plus 36%. Sademander looks very good. I've got a narrow flank. I think it's probably going to be me. Though my marshal isn't brilliant right now. Yeah. Let's put me in. And Samander and Solvi. What we'll do is we're going to we're going to try and defend here and get our troops on our boats to come in and slow the game down a little bit and come in, because if they attack us, if they can be convinced to attack us, then we will be able to land these troops onto this shoreline. Let's see if they come. This person's trying to kill my wife. Stop, please. Come on. Attack. Attack. Because if they do, we can try and boat bomb them. When is it going to happen? They've landed. Let's let them land the rest of their forces. Right, now we need to get in there. Go, boys. This is one heck of a battle. Ah, my diarrhea has finally stopped. So we're the defenders, and we are outnumbered on the side flanks, but we have the advantage in the centre. Goodness, I hope our people get in there quickly enough. They have. Good. So now we have a really big advantage in the middle, and we are winning this battle. By the looks of it, their left flank's about to go, as is their right flank, and their centre flank is about to go. Good. Now we have victory. Pause the game. We killed 2,734 of them. 28 war score, 27 prestige, 1.3 military tech. We lost 607. Now then, where are they going? They are now moving on to upland. I think we should, well, what we should do is get back in our boats, I think, and then reposition ourselves again to strike them. But we're going to do that next episode. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Thanks, bye.